Greetings, comrades. Thank you for tuning in today. What a glorious, glorious episode 3 it is. But it's not any episode 3. It's a two-parter. We're calling it the Stalking Takeover. So let me break it down for you. Part 1 is like 50 riveting minutes with Chad Stalking and his longtime girlfriend, Megan Haynes. Like the catch-up. And let me tell you, people, it's good conversation, it's spicy, and just when you think it can't get any spicier, all hell breaks loose. Courtney and Jackie Stalking come in halfway through, so you're going to hear at the end of the first part a rude interruption, but it's okay. We rally. Part 2 comes along because who wants to listen to 2 straight hours? We're cutting it up, the Stalking Takeover, because it's just too hot to handle in just one episode. First part, Megan and Chad. Boom, you're done. Then we got Megan and Chad and Courtney and Jackie. Good Lord. The conversation is spicy. The guests are spicier. And let me tell you, what a blast. 4 people, 2 mics, and 1 idiot leading the whole thing. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. This episode of Trial and Error is off the f***ing chains. Screw it. I think it's about time to start. All right. So, Chad, what did you just tell us? This is big news on your way over here.
Huge.
How huge?
I just spit a little bit of beef jerky out of my mouth.
Beef jerky?
Yeah.
It's pretty tasty. It's spicy, this beef jerky.
It is.
It's okay.
Sika Hills.
It's good for us.
Big news.
Big news.
I got another house into escrow.
Hey, let us clink our whiskey
clink.
together.
That's how you know.
Hear those clinks? Put it right in front of the mic.
Yep.
All right, so let's introduce ourselves. Chad, who are you to me?
Chad Stalking, Aaron's favorite cousin.
Ooh.
And best friend.
Yes! And that's it. That's the show.
Good night.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Them is jokes.
I thought
that wasn't bad. A solid intro.
I thought I was your best friend. We'll come back to that.
You dumb bastard. And you, woman, there on the side of the table, my lady, please introduce yourself. Identify yourself.
I am Megan.
Into the mic, good Lord. I mean, to each their own. She got up real close to the mic, started smiling, and just bailed. Yeah, she just I think she was about to bite it.
She was going to do something.
I was not going to
So,
find it.
how about that name of yours? What is it? Do tell.
My name is Megan.
Megan, how do you spell it?
Easiest way you can. Megan. No way.
Sometimes there's like an H in there or a Y for some stupid ass reason. Megan is one of those names. So is Ashley. It's like, why add the extra EIGH and
Don't need it.
I don't know.
Keep it simple.
It's gratuitous.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we got your name. Is that Duncan?
He was Chewbacca.
I closed the screen door. All right, escrow. What does it mean for us civilians that only live in houses yet know nothing about the market around them? I bite my meat stick. It's a more proper Slim Jim. Would you describe it?
High class stuff from Sika Hills.
It's a beef stick.
In the beautiful Cape Bay Valley.
Speaking of beautiful, your driver's license here.
I don't know who that guy is.
Me neither. All right, back to escrow. What's going on in this market of yours? This is a big deal. What does escrow mean for a real estate agent when you get to that stage?
Escrow is...
As he leans forward with excitement.
Escrow is basically once you have an accepted offer on a property. From there, you have 2 parties agreeing, the buyer and seller, on a price and terms. And from there, you have a title company open up escrow. And what it means is basically that now you start your due diligence and gather as much information as a buyer on a property. And on the seller side, you're gathering all your disclosures, so all the information you have regarding that property, so that you can give that information to the buyer And during that time, the buyer's also doing inspections.
Good Lord. This is a very bureaucratic process.
It is. California
Paperwork.
has a lot of rules.
Why?
There's a lot of
Why
paperwork.
California? Why does California have to stick up its ace?
Why wouldn't they?
Not their joker, their ace.
I don't know, but
That's
escrow is a good thing. It means that someone's looking forward to buying a home, someone's looking forward to selling a home.
So that's it in layman's terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as complicated as some make it seem. It's fairly easy to get through if you have level heads on both sides.
Why didn't we learn about escrow in high school? We learned about, trig and all that, but why not escrow? Or how to change oil? Or how to pay taxes?
It's a great question. Megan?
Megan. She's got the giggle. She's done.
She
Stick a
knows the
fork in
answer.
her. She does. She does. She has the answer. She's not giving it to us. I see you put the meat in your mantini as well.
I did. I thought that looked pretty cool.
It's not too bad.
Did you get any flavor from the...
It cools it off, as weird as that
It
sounds.
feels pretty hard to
You know what I mean? Well, as meat sticks typically are.
Still good.
So that is escrow essentially like a handshake, or are papers signed with an ink stick?
Definitely ink sticks are involved.
Very good.
A lot of signatures, a lot of initialing, a lot of going through a lot of paperwork.
That's gotta feel pretty good though. Like once you get it, it's like it's official. It's emotional,
It's not
like approval. Like let's go. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
It's not the end of everything because there's still a lot of steps to go during escrow. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of contingencies from property inspections.
Big word contingencies. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meow 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 meow. Good Lord. So I actually wrote out some questions to talk to you guys about. We can get back to the real estate game. But do you guys remember when you first met each other? I'll say, was it the Dixon
I
Mayfair?
don't know if she remembers.
Does she? Neither of you remember.
do.
Was it one of those nights?
Somebody was sober because he was the DD, and somebody
What?
else was not sober.
I was
Is that you?
Yes, it was.
And so he swooned you, a drunken you. You were susceptible to his will, his devilish good looks, his left-handedness. Was
Yep, that
was
was
that when
it.
your collarbone was bulging out of your
Oh,
skin?
no, it was still normal at that point.
Ah, very good. I feel like it's normalized. It was sticking out for a while. Like, hey, look at me, and then he realized he's not special and just kind of fell back into line.
Yeah, it's like I think it was Men in Black when Johnny Knoxville had the other head growing out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
absolutely.
like- that was the shoulder.
What'd you name him? That little bump on your shoulder.
Bobby.
Bobby.
Bump.
Bobby da Bump. I feel like in some mafia somewhere there's been a Bobby da Bump.
For sure.
D.A.
Definitely.
da Bump.
Double.
Naturally. Before we just veered totally off course, Dixon Mayfair, was it?
Indeed, it was.
Dixon Mayfair.
It was the after party.
I
Oh,
went over after my dad's birthday dinner.
was it a friend of? Oh, so you were full of Vassils, huh?
We were at the Buckhorn.
Oh dear God, you
God.
cheaters! Terrible. Great memory though, Jesus.
Oh yeah. I was hurting that day. I was so hungover.
But so that's what played into you trying to be the DD.
Exactly.
Very good. It's all coming together now,
Unfortunately.
like a puzzle.
Hair of the dog. I wasn't thinking.
Hair of the dog. Not Duncan down here. It's a cute little bastard. That little pitter patter. What type of dog is Duncan?
Jack Russell Terrier.
Jack Russell Terrier.
Yep.
The world is lousy with him. But he's so cute. He's like a sausage with 4 legs.
He
His
is.
friends call him Chunky Donkey.
Chunky Dunky. Because that doesn't hurt his feelings. They're like, oh, he can take it. Meanwhile, he slowly evaporates on the inside until he's nothing left. Sorry. Oh, sorry. That was me. That's me. Sorry.
coming for you.
Sorry. I was talking about myself.
Yeah, get back on topic.
Yeah. So, Dixon Mayfair.
The next day, I took her to breakfast to meet my mom.
Oh, man. That was pretty fast. Were you expecting to meet Susie?
Not the next day, but
No?
our first date was at breakfast. That was just
A breakfast?
Yep.
How did that avoid the friend zone?
yeah, well.
Breakfast. That's a bold
That
move.
was sort of the only time that we both could go, so we thought, oh,
Bizarre.
Let's go
Oh,
for it.
Your ruckus nightlife?
Yep. So we went to Pewter Creek Cafe, and he was there first.
Did you get the ranchers?
No, I don't think he did.
Ranchers, what a great deal.
Yeah, I used to get that all the time, but
It's a hefty freaking meal for those who are uninitiated.
I was trying not to be a fat boy.
Well, do good. Well, I mean, but it could also put a stake in the ground. It could show you, like, I am a man. I could put down 2 flapjacks.
It's a massive.
I say that with 3 fingers holding up, of course. 2 eggs, I get mine over easy. Home-style fries, or hash browns, but home-style fries, let's all be honest.
Yeah, come on.
With the peppers in them.
Yeah.
The pepper, they do
So
their
good.
bacon. I ask for extra bacon. Get the sausage out of there. I want the ham. Who wants a
I
slab
like
of
the
ham?
Sausage links. Come on. That's the best
I
one.
want bacon.
Yeah,
I want nothing but
sausage.
bacon,
Yeah.
and I want it crispy.
No. Crispy bacon is.
What was that?
I do not like crispy
What was that
bacon.
noise again? Say it into the mic next time. Thank you. High quality. Spit all over Chad, why don't you?
Yeah, and this nice mic.
Yeah, nice mic. That's the name of a porn star, I bet. Back on topic. Why was Susie like a wild draw for it? Why pull out the Susie card so early in the game? That's like Steph Curry's half-court shot out of the tunnel. You just go for it.
It wasn't planned.
How'd that make you feel, Meg? You see Susie.
So.
This is my mom.
This is a funny story.
Yep.
Please tell it.
So I get there and Chad is already seated at one of the booths in the second room, and he's sitting down. So I walk over, says hi, and then
Is that what he says?
yeah, something along those lines.
Perhaps hello?
And then yeah, hi, hello, one of those, and then
This matters.
It was, actually went.
Ooh, the drawn out why.
I don't think he did, but anyway. So I sit down and he says, "Oh, funny story, but my mom's actually coming to breakfast."
Oh.
And I kind of pause.
Oh, she wasn't waiting there with him.
Really? No,
Because
she
that would have
wasn't.
been the
That-
sexiest thing ever seen.
That would have been might be a different story.
Man,
So,
she's my protection.
yep, no longer.
Make sure the devil has not snared me
That's right.
with his claws.
So he finishes that sentence, and a couple of seconds later, his mom comes walking in the door, and of course, she's with the hostess, and the hostess walks her right past our table, and she turns and obviously sees Chad and says, "Hi, Chad," and then Chad introduces her to me, and we shake hands and all of that, and then the hostess goes, "Oh, this is going to be your table right here," and it's literally the table right next to ours, within a couple feet. And she kind of looks at us and looks at the table and kind of gives us like a, "Is this okay?" type of.
Wait. She wasn't there
Look.
to enjoy the breakfast with you two? She was there on a separate accord?
No, she was there to meet
Why'd
all
they give
the
her?
ladies.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. I
was
thought she
there.
was there because she wanted to have breakfast with you guys.
No,
I was like, that's a bad call, Susie.
A bunch of her friends from time to time, they will go to Pewter Creek for breakfast, and it just happened to be that was the day.
Will they eat the breakfast?
Yes, and they gossip. And
Do they pay for the
chit-chat.
breakfast?
I
Or do they just like walk out like, I don't have to. I'm
Maybe it's
above
like
this.
The farmers where they all flip a quarter and then one pays.
Yes.
Maybe.
But usually
Those
that's-
guys
that's
are
only for coffee,
relentless. That can't be a healthy diet unless they are just doing coffee.
though. Yeah. But
We should go there and like steal their table one day, see what they do. that circle table.
they have a picture of them right above the table. You know,
Those
that's-
narcissistic pricks. They're like the dogs playing poker. Yeah, I like that. I like that picture.
But there's probably a picture, and the picture's in the picture. It's one of those. It just keeps going.
It'd be cool if it was like from the perspective of like right where that was in the wall, just a reflection of them almost. But one by one, they're all gonna drop like flies. Oh, but meanwhile, on the other side of the restaurant, you guys are having a date. So please continue.
I don't know if the farmers were there that morning.
It
Good.
was too late.
Yeah, it's past 7 a.m.
Oh man.
Let's see. Yeah, Susie sat down, and then from there I was trying to stay focused on not my mom being there, and just kind of going over the first date.
Right.
And, oh, you go to school? Cool, yeah. Fine.
Totally.
I used to, whatever. And then like slowly more of her friends show up, and they're all sitting down and like.
Her friends were coming too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just you
Table,
two.
Like no, at that table, at their table. There was, like, 6
oh, Susie's friends.
Susie's friends.
Answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Susie's friends were
Jeez.
coming one at a time, and every time they sat down, they all looked over and like would smile or snicker, and then from there would either like say hi, Chad, or they just like go back to their deal with my mom. And
Would they like walk up next to you and like slowly put like a like a buttermilk scotch into your hands, like give this to her, like just like slow, just trying to help you out, maybe a peppermint?
No, there was no help.
No,
Just a
nothing?
lot of awkward. You could feel the eyes. on-
Yes, that's
Oh, yeah.
gross. I cannot
Yeah,
imagine a more uncomfortable. Could you feel the eyes, Megan?
Oh yeah.
What'd they feel? What'd they feel like? Old lady eyes
All I could
all
say
over ya.
was they were telling lots and lots of stories, and at one point they were talking about somebody, and she was wearing short shorts.
Tell me
Daisy
they were
Dukes.
appropriate stories, or were they just filthy
Oh,
party?
they were just gossiping
just
like crazy, and they were talking about somebody.
Of
and
course
they
they
couldn't
do.
Believe that she
the
was
jackals.
she was wearing these shorts that were so short, and I thought to myself, man, I'm so glad I decided to wear pants today because I almost wore shorts.
Did they judge
would've been
everybody for
awkward.
everything? I had a stain on my shorts. Quite a few, actually. And
That's not surprising.
they would totally... Shut up. That's mean. You can't say bad things about me. Perfect. I'm the favorite. God
Edit
bless
it
it.
out if you want.
I'm not editing out shit. I'm going to bleep that out. The power of post-production. Go ahead. Say a bad word.
I was gonna do it. With
Say
that
another one.
telling
Say another bad word. I can bleep it out. Do it. Fuck it.
balls.
Whoa, that one might slide.
Yo.
I'm kind of the FCC in this regard. It's like, does this work good? Because sometimes somebody says like it's super close. Like that one doesn't have a lot of oomph to it. It's like a normal little shit. No big deal. Anytime there's the F word though,
Oh.
any is that's getting bleeped out.
Yep.
I'm just giving myself more work right now. So, future Aaron, when you're listening to this, you, buddy. You have a lot of work to do. Okay, do we get that over? That one's going. That one's staying in. That one's getting no bleep.
That was a chicken.
Oh! Got Super Tubers. Did you see Super Tubers 2?
No.
I did not. I heard such bad things. I think Keith bit the bullet. Told
I'm sure
me.
the Chops had a nice mandate.
Yeah.
Mandate.
Mm-hmm.
Chops.
Definitely.
I'm gonna get him on this podcast.
Oh,
Gosh darn it.
Boy.
What
We were-
topic?
That's if you read the group text,
Well,
you would have known.
I answered. Did you see my answer to it?
Did you put some kind of gif of a penis or something?
Oh no, it was a word.
Oh.
A
no.
what?
It was a word.
A word.
4-letter word.
4 letters, huh?
Please say it.
I can't see
Or does it get
words
bleeped
past
out?
3 letters.
I don't know. Will you bleep out?
Depends on the mood I'm in. None of that, unfortunately. I like to keep the show pure. I like to keep it, respectable. Highbrow. 2 brows, Anthony Davis. Yeah. Sick of that, but I bet he's just like, I'm so good at what I do. And I'm so rich, I could sport this unibrow.
You should just get it waxed already. It's gross.
It's a brand.
It's where his power comes from. He's like Johnny Cage. If he loses that unibrow, I guarantee you his stats drop. I think I'm gonna finish this whiskey.
Yeah, I finished mine.
Shall we get some more?
Indeed.
Let's go do that. Hold on.
Stronger this time.
Oh, the whiskey's stronger where there's no Sprite in it. God bless it.
What'd you put in?
Oh, I just feel like the devil just peed all over me. In my mouth.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Oh, it's so strong. It's like Arnold. Arnold's strong. He's so strong. What a dated reference. I need to update my shit. I'm talking. Even if I said Ronnie Coleman, he's dated. Did you see that dude? He's falling apart.
Who?
Ronnie Coleman. He's like a 6-time Mr. Olympia. Like lightweight baby. Comparable to Arnold, one might even say.
Wow.
The body of a Greek god. If the Greek god was named Ronnie Coleman. He's a good man. But now he's hobbling around with crutches because of all the roids and his body's just failing him, and he has a fanny pack full of pills all day, and he still works out. The doctors say nay. You know what he says? He says yay, but actually A probably sounds pretty good too. I bet he says that sometimes. All right, so Duncan, thank you for joining us. Can you put him up to the microphone so he could say a few words? Duncan, how's it going, dude? Sniffing? Oh, he's good. Oh, he falls quiet, dude. Have a drink. Have a drink, dude. Lighten up. So I was gonna ask you guys, Chad. This one's directed towards you, but Megan, you'll have a choice. You'll have a chance to retort. Eh? Mm-hmm. You hear what I'm saying to you? Mm-hmm. What are you sipping on there, real quick?
This is Hoobies Brewing.
Boobies?
No, not boobies. Hoobies.
Well, sorry, I heard what I wanted to hear.
Yes.
That's okay.
Know. This is their hazy IPA.
Hazy,
Delicious.
let's go. It is delicious. I've had it so many times.
This damn hazy. 6.2%.
Very good. Very good. I want to get to a beer conversation later, but for now, I want to know, Chad, why is Winners so much better than Dixon? It's
easy.
just like, it's not even close. Let's go to Dixon. Winters. You can't spell Winters without win. Or Ters.
Well, I learned
Than Dixon.
why it's better. And I know it's a fact. Because I learned it in high school.
High school? Oh.
Dixon sucks donkey.
Oh, big time. How elegantly stated, my lord.
Doesn't get any more clear than that.
I mean, was that apparent when you guys played donkey basketball in the basketball court?
No, I never did that.
That looked like fun. I saw it once.
I did too. I saw it. They do it in Esparto now.
Of course they do it in Esparto. It's a national pastime for them.
Probably where it started.
Clearly.
It's just so much better.
There's more to do. Are there any breweries in Dixon?
There is.
Yes.
There's
Like what?
one.
The son of
Bruce
Dix?
Dollar.
Bruce Collar.
See.
That makes no sense.
Roos Dollar.
Roos Dollar.
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. Jesus. Hoobies makes it like. Have you guys posted on Instagram and all that of like your guys like the backstory, the lineage that is Hoobies?
I believe on our website it's up there, and we're working on something that we can frame and hang up in.
What was I gonna say? The website. Say that. What's the website called so people can visit it?
www.hoobiesbrew.com.
.com. Just about outside.
.com.
.com.
I used to have to do the
.com.
end of our radio commercials for the real estate, and then they'd always tell me, "Hey, say it twice, but say the second time you say it differently." And it was always
That's gotta be fun.
greenfields.com. Oh no, it's stockingteam.com, and then I had to go. That's right, stockingteam.com. And like I had to do one take. I had to do it like 15 times because she's like, "You're not changing your voice enough to make it sound different. You got to highlight it."
Was she getting upset with you, this producer?
Yeah, she still had the smile,
Of course she does.
So-
That's what she's paid for.
and you have to talk with the smile. I was told that because people can hear your smile.
What?
Yeah, if you ever listen to it,
I
listen
say
to yourself, like,
alarmed.
without smiling, and then listen to another time where you're smiling while you talk. You can tell the difference. You can tell. when someone's
Wow.
smiling.
I
Now
guess.
you have to do the whole rest of this podcast.
I can't stop
Hey,
smiling.
maybe that's only a commercial thing. We were only doing like 15 seconds of talking, so
Ooh.
well, you got to be 15 seconds right on with like 2 paragraphs.
Ooh. Oh, you gotta
You got to jam.
jam. Well, that means you have to speak quickly but clearly.
Yes.
And that's where the ow now brown cows come in.
Indeed.
So it's been clearly established that Winners is indeed head over heels, over balls better than Dixon. And Megan, you have a chance to retort, but you have exactly 30 seconds to do so because you are in fact sitting in Winters right now with a little chunky dog on your lap.
And she's a Dixon resident.
Ew.
Only at the moment, okay?
Closer to the mic,
Calm
Dixonite.
down. It's kind of hard when it's over here next to Chad.
Then use your posable thumbs to move it over, Dixonite. You and your grandma glasses.
These are not grandma glasses.
This
These
is
are
theater of
very
the mind.
tiny.
People don't. You could not even be wearing glasses right now. They don't know. They're a bunch
I'm not
of
wearing glasses.
blind
Don't even need them.
followers, and I love it. Ooh, that was deep. That's
You know-
right, audience. I'm insulting you.
I don't-
Follow me, and I'll give you more of these pearls of wisdom. Follow me into the dark abyss.
I'm naked.
Dude. All right, let's just get
It's
this
true,
out
I
of the
can
way.
attest
We are
to it.
all naked right now, big time.
Yeah.
Chad, that tattoo.
Big
I did not know that was
time.
there. Megan, how do you feel about that?
Megan doesn't even know it's there. We've been together for 6 years.
Man, does it hurt still?
A little bit.
That's all right. Hey. Anyways, why, Dixon, could you give any kind of justice to this godless, overpopulated, desolate, ugly, green,
I don't think I can.
out of the way
I don't even.
town?
Nope.
Nothing?
To be fair, I did kind of grow
Fair.
up not in Dixon.
Where did you
grew
grow up then?
In between Dixon and Winters, but my mom wanted us to go to
So
school
like
in
in a
Dixon.
field?
No, not in a field. We had a ranch with horses.
Was there plumbing or like
Yes, there was
ranches?
plumbing. You
that's
dig a
good.
well, and that
Did
gives
you dig the well?
water.
Oh, okay.
No, you have professionals come in and do it. The realtor over here could probably tell you some of
He's a realtor indeed.
the process on that.
Okay, you dig wells and you flourish there.
That's right.
Was that where you began your love of horses and riding them?
This is true. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like they're on board with being ridden by an inferior being?
No, they don't fear you.
No.
Oh, an inferior being.
Like clearly humans
No.
are on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to intelligence on this earth. EARPH.
Wow.
Horses. I had a question for you. So you're a horse professional. You ride them. You love them. You caress them. What else do you do for the horses? What do you do?
Well, I'm not a professional.
No?
That would be.
Is this an admission of guilt?
That's a family business, and I just.
The mic, Megan.
What? How am I supposed to move?
Pull it closer over Duncan's beautiful head. Or to the side. There you go. Nice.
All right. No, so
I'll cut out a
I'm
lot
not
of this, don't worry.
technically a professional. I just ride for fun.
You're just some guy. You're like Brink.
Yeah, but I
Soul skater.
grew up riding, so I'll always probably
Always
continue.
probably.
Always probably continue.
I'm sorry.
do
I'm just
so.
going in deep. I'm not gonna stop.
Probably always
Probably always. Definitely maybe.
doing it.
I might never ride horses again.
No.
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 Yay?
It's like riding a bike, even if I don't for a few months.
Well, it's riding a
Right back
horse.
Yeah, but since I've been doing it for so long, it's just.
Do you believe in
natural.
spurs?
Yeah, we use spurs.
Do we?
If necessary. But see, the thing is that you can ride with a spur, but not actually use it.
I mean, you're supposed to beat the horse, right? How often do you beat the horses?
No, the spur.
You ride them, so I mean, it's against their will.
You don't know.
And how often do you beat them? How hard do you beat
You
them?
do
And what's
not
your favorite
beat
weapon to
them.
beat a horse? Do you use a scythe?
No.
Or do you,
We use crops and spurs, but you're not like going around just beating them up.
How often do you salt their wounds?
We don't salt them.
Oh, sorry, no, it's sugar. Sorry, it's sugar. You
We
put
don't
stuffed sugar
hurt
cubes up their
them.
nostrils.
Don't hurt them.
Do you call them names? Have you learned their language and are able to insult their intelligence?
Don't insult their intelligence.
And how? All right.
I'm nice to them.
Are you?
Yes. They like me.
Why
Give them
is it
cookies.
legal? So, all right, how uptight are American sports when it comes to sticking needles in their keisters full of steroids to make them perform better? But at the same
you can't do
time, when it comes to horse racing, you can inject them full of
No.
God knows what. No.
So you.
Nay.
You can't,
Say the
you
horses.
can't drug them.
You can't? Do they test the horses?
They do.
Really?
Yeah, they do. So what they'll
I say
do
with
is
impunity.
They'll pull usually the winners of, especially like races and stuff. For the big ones, they'll pull the winners and they'll
Races
take
as in horse races, not
horse
people.
races. Well, I don't know what they do to people. And they'll.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
We do race them, just not in the.
Like, people should ride them.
Oh, piggyback rides.
Yeah, like the ostrich races.
I'll put that there in the middle.
Piggyback
Share the
rides in
mic.
the
That's
middle.
I think that mic's the porn star, and both of you
people
got to share.
races.
People races, but
Not like the color.
but they need
like
to.
races like horses, like you said.
Like piggyback riding.
I got a story to tell, and I might cut
Oh,
it if
boy.
if I fuck up the story, then I might just cut this entire little bit.
All
And
right,
we'll come
we're
back.
ready.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about
people races.
drugging. Yeah, people races.
People races. All right. So here's the story.
Not like
So here's the story. The story goes. Skylar and I were driving around in Papa's truck around the landfill. We were looking for a key. Like we had to get into like the office.
Which truck?
It's the yellow truck. The yellow one that he still drives
yes.
around on that has a little strobe light on the top of it. Very nice.
Strobe?
Well, it's like a yellow,
Oh, like a flash.
Whenever
It
I see
flashed.
the yellow
Nothing
truck in
authoritative. And then we had to look for a key to get into the office. And then I'm like, I'm gonna look in the back of the little tool chest in the back, like the tailgate of the truck. Perfect place to hide a key, right? Hide a key. Mm-hmm. I go in there and I look. And there's a bunch of loose change in there and all that. I'm like, but no key, unfortunately. I go back into the truck. Skylar says, you find the key? I said, no, there's just a bunch of change. Loose change, like money, not social change. Although I wish... No social change, just nickels and dimes. Nickels and dimes. That almost sounds racist.
Could be.
But
Say
it's
nickel-
not.
nickel too quick.
I say nickel slowly every time because it's 2019 and I love my nickels in my pocket.
There's a YouTube video out there, and this guy's going around, and he passes by a guy on the street and goes,
What does he say?
"Hey, nickel!"
And what's the reaction of said man?
The reaction for most of the people are like, "What'd you say? What'd you say?"
Nickel.
And it almost starts a fight, and he points behind him, and there's a nickel on the ground.
See, I get the funny, but it's cheap.
YouTube, yes.
It's cheap. Come on. Why you even getting close to the fire? Why you getting close to the fire?
There's no need.
There's no need. Whatever. Like when I went to Nolans, New Orleans, for the uninitiated, I had a Lyft driver. This Lyft driver was a hunter, outdoorsman, every sense of the word. Lyft was just his fun money, but he also worked for the NCAA, and he's the audio guy. He'd also do things at the Superdome whenever there's stuff there. He would hold that big plastic kind of satellite-looking thing and just record all the audio. He was like an engineer. He was there when there was the no call against the Saints near the end zone, like that blatant pass interference. Boom, he was there. And he was saying, like, the stuff you hear when the Pelicans play, like the NBA players, just how often the N-word's passed around, more so than the ball, probably. Holy shit. He said it was just, and you could just tell, like, it's like a culture. It's basketball, like, it's just, that's part of the lexicon. That's it. And the N-word's a very interesting word.
It's like,
I just want to, like, dive into this because it's so
I
versatile.
don't know if we should be talking about
No, all right. Well, back to horsing and horses and all that such. Megan, I have another question for you. Since horses are clearly a big part of your life, am I right?
Yep, you're right.
They're part of, you've dreamed about them, you've ridden them, you talk to them, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Do they talk
definitely.
back? That's a no.
Not really.
No.
Not
They just
with
sit
any
there and they
words.
show
Not
their
with
big
any
old
words.
freaking teeth they do.
They don't just show you their teeth.
Well, they show you other things. God, they're huge. They're huge.
They're not that big.
They're huge. They're not that big. Jesus, no. I look and I am amazed.
They're
But
like big dogs.
that's how I've heard them as described. But anyways,
Big
yeah,
dogs.
yeah, bigger than dogs.
We're not talking about the body.
But back to the question.
Oh, okay.
Gunga. Do you wish Chad was a centaur? Really?
Definitely.
Half horse, half Chad.
No.
Which half would you want?
Chad's legs holding. A horse's head with two front legs and Chad's just naked ass. With
Please describe your perfect.
please. Or some kind of horrible mutant mixture somewhere in between all that.
No. No, definitely not.
With the advances in modern technology, you don't know what we'll see in our life.
I mean, yeah, honestly, there's no reason you couldn't have both. You can have a Chad, like a centaur with half Chad front half, and then another centaur with Chad back half.
Or I could just have Chad the way he is. And
Why would you ever want that?
separate?
Would you want the body of Chad with the personality of a horse, or a Chad, like Chad's sentience? He can even speak, but he's the horse.
Oh.
He's like, well, this is weird. It's a very Chad thing to say.
I'm gonna go and refill my drink.
I mean, would you want a Chad horse? Thank you. Yes.
I want a Chad horse, or would I want a horse mind inside of Chad?
Yeah, that could be a dangerous person. Probably really good in basketball. Oh. Not saying human Chad isn't good at basketball.
Yikes.
But we could have used him in the championship game.
I guess you're no longer his favorite cousin.
Oh, I'm his favorite cousin. It's like he's a bashful man. Question. Big time question.
All right,
I want all of your focus. Use Duncan's focus. All of it. I think he's a f***ing hyena underneath all that white skin with all those brown patches and white patches.
He has spots.
Spots, yes. Good for him. Excuse me. The question. Question. Megan.
Aaron.
Heinz ketchup.
Yes.
Who would win in a fight? Here are the opponents. Mm-hmm. There is a duck the size of a horse. Ooh. Or 100 duck-sized horses. So it's 100 tiny little horses, and they have to fight to the death. But there's also the duck the size of a horse, so it's kind of like a Pegasus action going on. Mm-hmm. My money is on the duck the size of a horse because it's big. All the horses are going to do is trample the little feet. It's not like they're the crazy swarming beetles in The Mummy. No, I mean, unless they're organized. I don't know. Like, they're horses. What are they going to do?
They probably just run away.
They might run away, but let's just say for the sake of needing an answer, they know they need to kill each other. They need to kill the shit out of each other.
I think probably the duck the size of a horse.
That's what I'm saying.
You could just
Chad, you upgraded me to a full cube. Thank you.
Probably. But if it was a goose, it'd for sure win because geese are friggin' mean.
Ooh, a goose the size of a horse.
That's what I would bet on.
That is a clear. But. Oh, I was gonna say, what if all those tiny horses have the meanness, the tenacity, the ferocity of a goose?
Oh. Ooh.
What if it was one? What if it's a horse versus 100 geese?
Oh.
Geese. I feel like geese take over the world.
I don't think so.
I feel like horses are resilient. Horses are resilient. I bet they'd chomp off a leg at least. I bet they'd get one leg. I bet they would get one leg off that horse. A front right leg because the horse is left-legged. Are horses dominant towards one side like humans
are? They are. Yeah, they
really?
Are. Yeah. So, but the way that they, so the way that it comes out is they prefer one, when they're cantering or something. They prefer one.
Cantering? What does that mean? And please say it into the mic so I'm such an asshole. Get Duncan in on this action.
Duncan, we're going to get real close, okay? Ooh. Do you have anything to say?
Oh, he's good. Duncan, speak.
He's not much of a speaker.
That's okay.
Unless you...
No, he's a dog, not a speaker. Ox cord.
What was I saying?
Geese?
Oh, canter. You want to know what a
canter is? Yeah, canter. So Thank you for remembering because we would have just had to fall off the cliff.
So there's different gaits with horses. So they can walk.
Gaits? Mm-hmm. Like the 7 layers of hell?
No. Like how you can walk, jog, and run. And those are all different things.
Okay.
So a jog is a trot. A canter is kind of like a run. And
it's between a jog and a run?
Is like a sprint.
What's the difference? So a trot... And then, so a canter would be like a jog in humans' terms.
No, a canter would be like a run, and a trot would be like a jog.
Okay.
So a trot is all their legs are moving.
Yeah.
At different times, they go back and forth.
Can you train them to only use their front legs and drag the back and plow the fields?
Not that I have seen.
That'd be pretty sexy.
That would be an interesting thing.
Yeah. I have a friend, Maddie. I was going to invite her to be on the podcast today. However, She's wiped out. She's tired. She can't do it tonight. She's going to have to do it on Sunday.
Oh,
Fine.
Sunday.
But she does dressage.
Oh, no.
What? No. There's nice boots. They are well dressed.
Dressage is for sissies.
Sissies. I mean, she works 6 days a week.
They're called dressage princesses.
I mean, they also go to their competitions, and I've heard they drink and have a good time.
I mean, I'm sure they do that too, but it's boring.
Well, why don't you guys join houses, like mix and cross-pollinate, and make some kind of mutually fun horse riding tradition?
That's what we do.
What is it that we do?
So we jump, which is
I
much more exciting.
I don't jump. That you must be talking about you.
Yeah, us. The
We
type of
as
riding,
in you
the type
sick,
of riding that
selfish
I do,
bastard.
and the people that I know do.
The people.
It's much more exciting. See,
You guys
okay, so
jump?
just imagine this.
I'll try.
In dressage, it's like if you and Chad were to run around in circles
We do that anyways.
in a space. Now,
Naked.
yeah.
Remind everybody,
naked.
we're still naked.
They're naked.
So is Duncan.
I put my sandals on.
Yeah.
Nice. Those are what are they? Pool socks? Water socks?
See.
Nice. I got Crocs. I don't own Crocs. The story before I interrupt you
Okay,
again,
so
please.
Chad and Aaron are just running around in circles. Not very fast.
We're frolicking.
They're just kind of not really. Well,
Wrestling around with each other, getting a little rough.
Again, too exciting. No.
No.
Okay, so this is them just
Chad's my
kind of
cousin.
jogging around.
And best friend.
Yes. Oh yeah. Don't forget that.
No one else does that.
Oh, I've been spreading
I
it.
won't even tell you.
I've been spreading it a little bit. But they don't know where it's from.
Oh, that's what you call an inside joke.
It's a handshake.
Handshake.
You barely even
Secret-
touch
They have a
index
secret
fingers.
handshake.
Anyways, the different you're
difference-
shitting all over
The
dressage.
difference between dressage and jumping.
Mm.
Okay, so Aaron and Chad are jogging around in circles.
Yes, we
Now,
are.
Imagine this. Aaron and Chad get on dirt bikes.
Ooh.
And they start going over big jumps
Big
and
time.
ramps and stuff. I do the second one, which is much more exciting.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh
it
my
is.
god. And is there any more to the story?
That's the main analogy I'm working with here.
Okay.
It should make sense to you.
I just want to take a moment to acknowledge. I appreciate the story. Thank you. Cantering.
Cantering.
Between a jog. It's a run. Cantering. Easy derby.
You're right.
I just bit into absolute heaven. Absolute f***ing bliss.
Yes, those are
Seca Hills
Chocolate.
Cape Valley almonds. I start off
chocolate toffee almonds.
chocolate
not just
toffee almonds.
almonds.
I usually say this podcast is brought to you by nobody. I've done this literally once before.
Today it's brought to you by
Today it's brought to you by
Hills.
Seca Hills Cape Valley almonds, as they say in Winners.
That's right.
And chocolate toffees. They're Muddy Buddies, essentially. But
Pretty
they're
much.
effing
Fancy
delicious. You know what? Today's episode is also brought to you by Hoobies Brewery. Not Boobies, unfortunately. That's for the future.
Booyah.
Booyah. Chad, take that microphone a little closer to yonder mouth. I got a question for you. Beer captivates people. It brings them together. It's like a unification. It's a celebration. It's tradition. Beer is a beautiful thing. One could say it's brewed happiness. You happen to brew this happiness. What is your favorite part of the brewing process for Hoobies? You brew it. Is it seeing people drink your product? They're delighted by it. They pay for it, and they are able to tell their friends about it. Is it that? Is it what you've learned? Give me the encompassing. How does it just get you off? This is just a shotgun shell in the face of a question. Say words to me.
Ow.
Man, that's a good one. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get my head ripped really up my ass on that one, but it felt great.
I understand.
But
Duncan's over it.
Duncan's like, wow, you
Doesn't like
asshole.
beer. I've tried. You saw tonight. I tried to give him a little of this whiskey. And
Duncan is Mormon.
You won't have it.
I don't think you knew that.
Can't hang.
yeah,
No,
we're
he's
learning-
about to pass out.
Been learning a lot about Duncan over the last year.
Is
Good.
mine a little CBD though?
Yeah, he gets.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Duncan
that's
Stony
another
Baloney.
podcast.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, dude. When
Stone Dogs.
you have
Let's
to
go.
See, you would have to see
I
it.
would love it.
It's
but
a lot
for
like
now-
he is right now.
No.
Beer,
Zasal. Beer.
best part of it. Drinking. I enjoy drinking beer.
Of course.
I like trying
One
different
does.
types of beer. And I enjoy the environment for the most part that beer is around, whether it's breweries, sporting events, or
It's kind of like breweries more than anything. There's kind of like a hive mindset. Everybody's kind of under the same spell, so to speak, of just like, we're here, we're having fun, we're all drinking the same brand of beer. It's your beer. How do you feel like? Do you feel like prideful?
It is pretty cool actually seeing people show up every day and going not just to order the beer, but showing up to Hoobies and having the food and hanging out, and
Oh, yeah.
maybe one of the 5 in the party's having the beer, but that's really cool. Another thing is like hearing people say that it tastes good. You know,
Yeah,
so-
it's so simple, right? But
it's just like, wow,
it's
like
affirmation.
it is cool. It is really cool. When people come and say, hey, we really like the hazy or the Pardessa or the Seeing Double, and all the other stuff. People just, it's cool. It's cool to get that feedback. Like I'm used to feedback, but with this, it's just like people really do enjoy it, and they're actually like spending their money and taking their time to come out and try to enjoy this stuff, and it turns out that they really like it, so they keep coming back. So it's
why
pretty
not? It's a delicious goddamn beer, if I do say so myself. The Hazy 128 out of the first batch, the OGs, definitely my favorite. Definitely the favorite.
cool. Great.
I might have enjoyed maybe a few too many on certain occasions,
Just a couple.
but you always get home safe in winters. I gotta say.
I heard a guy fell off his bike once,
You know, one time,
but that's not our fault.
maybe I was drinking, maybe I wasn't. This is theater of the mind.
I said a guy. I didn't
If-
say who it was. I don't know who it was.
I'll just put myself in these two guys' situation. If I was a guy riding his bike home in town, safely, mind you, and was just head down, hustling, pedaling, and then my head went up, I happened to see another guy tumbling over his bike because he just couldn't handle the Hazy 128. He just flipped over. It was the funniest thing. No head injuries, just like miscalculation of a turn, probably panic, put on the handlebars.